Okay, very nice. The typical student is a communication designer. Typical, not the only kind of student. A communication designer who wants to look more deeply into digital media and technologies, and wants to use his knowledge in this field as well. So you want to expand your horizons. You are a designer, expand your horizons and look for career prospects, opportunities in the field of digital media technology. Interactive systems, this might be the course for you. We will be introducing into technologies like virtual reality, certain hardware things, programming as well, interactive devices. We will be introducing to it. Of course, we will not become a specialist in those things. We will not change your career usually. You look into those things and get a start, and then you have to go further the path by yourself, helped by us in projects. This is very much a project-oriented course where the projects are in the center, and the projects is where you can follow your interests and experiment with things. So I'm saying the typical student is a designer, but typical does not mean that you are excluding other people. And then if you find yourself in those master interests in design and technology, this also might be interesting for you. We had very successful students in the preceding master. So this is kind of, we change the name, we change a little bit. So this master design interaction in this form is new, but we have a master before, which was very similar. And there we had very successful students of architecture, for instance, of computer science, for instance, interested in such topics. So the typical thesis, the typical work is related to interactive systems that are well designed, have a well-designed demonstrator for a concept that you developed. Again, this is a typical approach. There might be exceptions, even purely theoretical work about using design approaches in certain situations in certain companies might also be possible. That's just an example. If you look into our web page, we'll find some examples of projects. I will try to go very fast over some examples of previous work of students to give you an idea. So I have to change the sharing of screen, just a moment. Just a moment, I have to share differently. So you're probably seeing now a video. And this is a recent master thesis of Pasu from Thailand, who is an architect, by the way. He is not a designer. And he created an interactive booth for AMG, which is a brand of Mercedes-Benz for their cars. And it's a quite nice work, an example of a nice work. We could speak a lot about this. Just to have an impression, this is an actual interactive booth where he has examined how new ways of interaction could function, how you could use grabbing as a new way of interaction instead of pointing, grabbing in the air, touchless. So you have a big booth, and how could you use grabbing to interact with system? Grabbing is very close to cars. You can grab and open a door, grab and take the steering wheel. And how could be the main interaction mode with such a system? He has studied this theoretically and devised a system that exemplifies beautifully how this could work. So this now, the video that you're seeing is part that represents the interactive system. We don't have time to go into detail. maybe if you see some images, at least this is better than nothing, and you get a rough idea of things that people learn. So I think Basil did not know to program before. He was not able to do such interactive systems before, and now he is. If you go to our web page, you'll find more examples of previous projects. So here we'll also find examples of one example, atypical example, but those exist of a purely theoretical project. This optimizing design system. This is a book. There's no demonstrator involved here, but it's quite atypical. This is a very shell shock. Is very artistic project. This is a dance system. So there's a computer graphics that accompany dancing, and it is using virtual reality technologies. So it is very beautiful, very nice project done by an Egyptian designer. So she came from Egypt and learned also those things with us. We also have presentations of this in many public presentations of this or related things with her in Portugal and in Germany. And she's now back in Egypt following a career there. Examples. So please look at the page for more examples of work, some more. We have not put that many examples also because the master at the end of the day is new. We are putting examples of the previous master that is related to the current master. So you should be seeing the slides again. Is that true?
Yes. Good.
Just to confirm what is this master is not, we are introducing you into a wider range of technologies, including some programming if you do not know to program before. But we give short introductions, and then in the projects you'll deepen this knowledge by yourself. We do not have courses in seeing things such as Maya, not as part of the curriculum. Maya, Illustrator, Photoshop, things like that. It's not what we mean by digital media, with things more conceptually advanced, let's say. Of course, you can use those knowledge. You can in such software, you can introduce yourself into it, but it's not where our courses are focused on. And again, you are, well, of course, you are not, if you come from design or design-related areas, you're not changing your career path, you're not becoming a computer scientist or something. You are acquiring additional knowledge, and you are able to change your focus a bit after studying this master. Please look into the web page also for our curriculum. I cannot go into every detail here now of the curriculum. What we will see is that we have a design interaction project 1 and 2 in the first and second semester. And there are only 2 semesters. It's very short. It's 1 year studying and 1 semester for your master thesis. And then you are already done with the master. And you will see that the project 1 and 2 get the most credits, the most important things in your study. And kind of everything is built around your own projects. The first project is your own project, where we will give you a subject to follow, and the second semester, the subject of your project will be discussed and determined by yourself together with the teachers. And the teachers are from design and computer science related areas. I myself a computer scientist. So please have a look into the curriculum, and you will also see a module, a handbook, where those modules are described in a bit more detail. I don't think we have time to go much into detail of this, but what you should know: 3 semesters, 2 semester startings, one study one semester the master thesis. We have a preparation course, computer science foundations. If you are not well familiar with programming and other computer science aspects, we will do this in the very beginning of the course with you. So the admission process, there are two branches. It's also very important that you are aware of this. The one, if you enter international student, is with UniAssist, where you have your deadlines. Please look into our webpage for the deadlines of this. So this is a formal admission process where the formal aspects will be checked. The other branch of the admission process is an aptitude test. And this, again, is well described, I believe, in our webpage. There you will show that you have the aptitude to study this and that your interests are appropriate to this master. And this documentation for this aptitude test you send to an email that you also will find in our webpage. So you have to send things to two parties. One is UniAssist, if you're an international student, and one to an email that we find on our webpage with documentation for the aptitude test. If you send the documentation for the aptitude test until the next days, the 5th of December, we will answer already in this year. And we might be able to give 1 or 2 sentences recommendations on how to improve. And then you can resubmit again until February. I do not remember the date. Look into the webpage until February for the aptitude test. So in the aptitude test, we want to see your CV. We want to see that you are able, that you have already done things that go into the direction of digital media, that you are interested in such things. Might not be very deep yet, but that we are interested in things that go beyond very traditional design or other areas. And that you are able to conceive projects, as that you are able to recognize opportunities and to say how you would go this path and which method you would use to reach your goals. That's basically what you want to see, and that's why we want also to see a project example, a project that you yourself define in 1 or 2 pages. So recommendations for the aptitude test, not too much. Does not help if you put 20 projects and write as many pages. Show your best things, and show it in a nice way. That so much is about presentation. So in design-related areas, so show it in a nice way. Show your best examples of work, and also your project idea. It's not about many words. It's about being precise. So some keywords in your project idea would be innovative, unique, creative. Your project idea is a test idea. It's not to say that this is exactly what you will be doing later in the master. It's a test to see that you can deal with own ideas. You can generate own ideas. So you'll have some links, but basically go to the webpage, and then you'll find all the links. Here the deadlines. So the final deadline for the aptitude test is the 5th of February. The final deadline for the formal application is the 15th of January with the UniAssist thing. And if you have questions, again, you will find the emails where to ask the questions on our webpage. And I think that's what I wanted to say at this moment.